everyone and welcome back. My name's Becky and in this video I'm going to be sharing with you my top 5 study tips that's helped me and will hopefully help you make your revision and university work a bit easier and more effective. So the first tip is something that I've learned from living in student halls, and that is to separate your workspace from your leisure space so that you're not thinking about work when you're supposed to be relaxing and vice versa. So for instance, I try to never do work from my bed because I want to know that that's a space to relax and not a space to do work from. Also, it's incredibly easy to fall asleep if you try and do work in your bed, and I've experienced that a few too many times. Now for me personally, food is a very good motivator, so my second tip is to use food to bribe yourself. Now I usually do this when I've got a lot of reading to do, so I get some sweets or some chocolate or whatever food I want and I just scatter it in various places down the page, and once I've read up to the point where the food is, I can eat the food and then it makes me want to read. Probably not the healthiest way to do it, as I do tend to use sweets, but you've got to do what you got to do. Now tip number 3 is to put your phone on aeroplane mode. Sometimes I think it's enough to leave my phone on silent, but as soon as it buzzes or as soon as the screen lights up, I can't help but pick it up and check what it is. So if you've got it on aeroplane mode, you're blocking any distraction and it will help you work a lot easier and a lot faster. Now tip number 4 is to try and handwrite your notes as much as possible rather than typing them out on your laptop. Apparently research has shown that information stays in your brain better when you write it out by hand rather than when you type it. It might take you longer, but it's a pretty simple thing to do that will help your brain retain more information more effectively. And finally, I personally think revision and study notes look so boring when it's just a page of blue or black ink, so I much prefer to use colours. I think writing in colours makes your work look much more appealing, and it also helps separate bits stand out, which as a result makes you more willing to read it back again later. I hope some of these little tips that I use help you with your revision and your university work, and I hope it makes it a bit more enjoyable sometimes. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!